I'm thinking of all the porn I've seen, where the woman is just pretending to be asleep and there's someone, a bit like me, just sort of investigating, and it's like she's waiting, expecting to be fucked. But Claire's not acting. She's not playing. I reach out and I touch her skin. And I'm thinking she should probably wake up now, but she looks so asleep, and this must be the face that you wake up to every morning, and how lucky is that? Think about my shitbed at home that sags at the edges and smells of really old cum, and I just want this to be the next bit in my life. To be clean. In fresh sheets, with you looking at me with the same smile in your eyes as when you said her name. And I don't know why, but I see my dad grinning at me. I get home and Mum's already there. You did all right, she said. In fact, maybe we should go out for dinner to celebrate. I tell her I've been running, but she's seen the mess in my face and knows it's more than that. My tear stains embarrass her, I think. They embarrass me. I run upstairs before she sees into my brain and know what's happened, before I blubber on the floor and tell them everything, so I do as usual. I slam and lock the door, I log on and I look at it all. The photos, the messages, the bits I copied and pasted, and it's like a big thick cloud opens up around my room with her all over it. Her face, her eyes, her neck, her thighs. The top 10 chat up lines, the pedos in Malta, the kids with their hands on things they shouldn't be touching, the women. On the other end of the line, the webcam sex and the torture porn, the revenge sites and the slap a bitch fight 'em and tie 'em up games, and the fucked up faces of the teenage websites, and the comments and the likes and the trolling, and the nothing is barred because it all comes from our minds. You don't want some silly teenage girl in your house, let alone your bed. So it was all in my head. When Dad died, he had this really shit blog that he was proud of before Tumblr was even a thing, and you would have thought he invented space travel because he was beaming for days. Going upstairs to put another post on, gotta keep my views up, and he'd look at me like, see, we understand each other. And I told him that no fucker in their right mind wanted to hear about middle-aged running clubs, and he said, that's where you're wrong, baby. That's where you're so very wrong. And he'd say that a lot to try not to let me get to him, because for some reason I liked to undermine him, even though I loved him. When he signed up for London Marathon, he linked it to his Just Giving page, and it's like he landed on the moon. Mum said, it's unfair for a man that fit to just drop down dead, and her friend said, it's always the ones you least expect, and I told her to go fuck herself. In my head, but not out loud, because everyone looks at you really hard when it's your dad's funeral. Shannon did a lot of fainting, which was annoying, and Mum kept holding my hand, saying, thank you for keeping us together. We need you to keep us together. And I decided I wasn't going to be what they needed. Online, there are these people who make pages for loved ones, relatives, pets. My mum wanted me to make a post on his blog to tell people what had happened. They need to know, she said. They're not pen pals, Mum. That's not how it works. They'll just think he gave up blogging for a bit. Sometimes I did check it just to see if he had any more likes, but then I realised I was the only one making the count go up.